My first altcoin of the day that I've chosen to showcase to you today is the famous, the infamous MATIC old school Polygon coming through here. As you can see, guys, we've got a rising parallel channel coming through. You can see the Viva La resistance along this zone really quite strong, coming up to test that again potentially. We are seeing a nice progression to the upside on the daily here for MATIC, not too bad. We are seeing a very nice uptrend, I would say. You can see the support. The support that's being formed along this trend line is actually really quite strong. So if we do actually see any sort of crash coming through like we did see the other day on December the 4th, right, we've basically got a lovely level of support, and that in terms of a price is going to be around $1.67 there. A pretty big buying opportunity is what I would say. Now, also, as I was saying, it's a parallel channel, guys. So if we are going to break this to the upside, then money, cold hard cash will be made. And in terms of a measure move for this, then we need to be looking for some sort of measurement. We're going to go on the most recent uptrend, top to bottom. That's probably going to be something along the lines of this. In terms of a price prediction for that, it's going to be around $4.08, I would say there for MATIC. $4.08 for MATIC in terms of a percentage target for that from the breakout scenario. It's going to be around a 42% gain. Potentially just a little bit more, 43.25% gain there. Really not too bad, really quite progressive. In order to get there, we need to get above the volume weighted ATR band here on the daily, and we know when we get above this little red bad boy coming through here, guys, when we get above that, we actually trend above that very, very, very strongly. But if we don't, Viva La resistance is going to be there. It's going to be strong. So yeah, just be prepared for that. Be prepared for that, because we're flirting with the idea of getting over it at the moment. If we can get over it, money, cold hard cash is going to be there for us to basically gain, right? Now, let's talk about the scenario of us breaking to the downside, because obviously Bitcoin is trending down on the macro, right? So we need to take into consideration the chances of us breaking down here. I know it's not the nicest scenario here if we do break down, but we need to weigh it up, because if there is going to be a move here, if Bitcoin's going to start tanking it, obviously MATIC will do the same. And if we are going to be shorting, we're going to be making money here. So yeah, we're going to be looking for a breakdown scenario coming through here. In terms of take profit points, we need to be looking at very, very strong horizontal points along these zones, right? You can see the support. If we lose this level of support, Viva La resistance is going to be there. We'll probably cascade down very, very strongly indeed. As you can see, Viva La resistance here, strong resistance points, very, very strong indeed. You can see it as well, very, very strong. So yeah, definitely something we need to be looking out for there. And also 200 EMA. If we lose that, no, we're going down. Not too good, not too great. In terms of this 41.37%, now I wouldn't just be blindly going for that, guys, just because it's obviously very, very ambitious, and we're likely to bounce before that, right? You can see the support on these zones. We're likely to bounce before that. There's yeah, we're likely to bounce before that, and if we are going to be shorting this down, we're basically going to be having our stop loss, taking our stop loss to our entry as soon as we've hit our first take profit point, right? In terms of an entry for this potential trade there, because we are on the daily, and it is going to be obviously a very big swing. It's not going to be happening overnight. You can see on the chart this measure move is literally from January the 29th to December the 30th, right? So literally like a month or something along the lines of that, right? It's a month long, this measure move. It's not going to be a small trade. It's going to be a very patient. You're basically just going to have to chill out while you're taking this, right? And yeah, it's going to be a huge gain. You're not just going to be getting these gains overnight. And obviously, guys, this is still a spot gain. It's not a leverage gain. If you're leveraging this, money, cold hard cash, you're going to be making a lot of money, right? So yeah, interesting stuff coming through there for MATIC. I just want to say, let's drop down to the shorter term time frames and see what's good coming through here as well, because we're talking about that W on BTC, right? We're talking about that W on BTC. This is a fine example of that actually playing out, right? You can see MATIC's W double bottom chart pattern coming through there, and you can see us coming back, in a sense, to the top side of that, right? And that's basically been reclaimed. It's been claimed up pretty nicely here on the 4 hour. In terms of what we are seeing now, I would say pretty strong trend line, as you can see, coming up like so. And also, I would be putting in another one there. So yeah, you're on a rising parallel channel sort of vibes again. Rising parallel channel vibes. You're on another rising parallel channel. So in terms of a level of support, if you are going to be looking at continuing this micro downtrend here, hello support. How are you at $2.03 there? Hopefully you can bounce from that zone. I mean, unfortunately, if you do get there, you're likely to be losing all major moving averages, right? You're probably likely to be losing all major moving averages here on the 4 hour. And that's going to signify these moving averages to get coiled up. And we know what happens when they get coiled up, guys. Called up moving averages, you see big spikes in the price, right? Called up moving averages, big spike in the price. So when these get called up, you can expect potential spike in the price, whether that's going to be to the upside or the downside. If it's going to be to the downside, guys, we can basically be looking at a little bit of a scalpy short coming through there for potential for MATIC, right? And this is why I claimed my altcoin of the day, because this is definitely something to be looking out for there. In terms of a measure move down here, obviously very ambitious. It's still a long way down. It's going to be bringing us all the way down to $1.50 from $2.18 there. So still very ambitious to be getting there. But we know the score, guys. We like to go for the whole measure move if we can, but we're going to be staggering take profits all the way down. We're not just going to be blindly going for it, because we're likely to get wrecked. We're likely to get reversed on very, very easily. So what do? We stagger those take profits very strongly all the way down, and at all the previous levels of support coming through there. Just basically, so we're planning for any sort of reversal point coming through there. So yeah, 26% is the target, but if we're going to be banking money along the way, probably breakout's going to be something along the lines of that. First take profit is going to be around 4.59%. Second take profit around 10%. I probably would actually bang another one in there depending on where this 200 is going. So around 8% for the second one there. Third one, near enough, just over 10%. We got 13% at the fourth one, and also 16% at the fifth one there. Probably taking around 20%, maybe. I'd probably be starting off with like 20-25% when you're hitting the first sorts of measure moves coming through there, just because the later you go in, going in this trade, right, the higher the chances for the reversal, right? The higher the chances of the reversal, and you're already banking insane profits along the way. So yeah, just basically take that into consideration. It's called gridding your take profits, guys. And once you hit your first take profit, you move your stop loss to your entry. And yeah, that's pretty much it for MATIC, for what I would say today. I mean, near enough another double bottom coming through. There's quite a lot of double bottoms at the moment, I would say, in terms of crypto. So yeah, if we are going to see progression to the upside, and we are going to see us reclaim all those major moving averages there on the 4 hour, we could be looking at some sort of scenario coming up like that. And actually, that does actually line up fairly well with the volume weighted ATR band. So yeah, interesting stuff coming through there for MATIC. But yeah, that's why it's claimed my altcoin of the day. Potential positions to be looking out for as well. Not too bad at all. And if we do actually see us climb to the top side here, guys, as I was just saying, volume weighted ATR band is still very present. But if we can get above that, we know that we are going to be trending above that, like we did see on the daily, right? So yeah, if we can get above that, then we could be signifying us coming up for this this very, very strong 43.25% breakout. That's going to be the sort of huge swing trade that we're going to be looking out for there. But yeah, that's going to be your daily update today on MATIC.